Welcome back to another video, and in today's video, we are back with yet another tier list of jerseys and all these fun little tier lists going off in the game of football. You guys crushed the like goal on my NBA logo tier list yesterday. My goal was 10 likes. You guys got 15 likes. Thank you guys for all the support in the video. I got a ton of comments, a ton of feedback on it. I really appreciate it. So in today's video, we are going to be doing the new NBA City jerseys for 2022-2023. We are going to be rating them on a tier list going from S, A, B, C, D, and at the bottom, we have the F jerseys. A ton of jerseys here. Definitely going to be some mixed opinions. If you guys have some other opinions that you think I'm wrong about, leave it down in the comment down below. I'm totally fine with you guys having a different opinion than me. Just say what you think is right to say. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. If this video can get 10 likes, I will do another one of these random jerseys. If this video can just do well, I might post again tomorrow. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. So first up, we have the Atlanta Hawks jersey. It's quite boring. For a city jersey, it's quite boring. I don't mind it at all, but it's definitely going to start off with a strong C tier. Again, I think for a city jersey, you got to have just some pizzazz, some different kind of things, trying something a little bit different. But this does not really give me it. I don't think this is that good. I think it's just quite boring. Next up, we have the Boston Celtics, and I'll put it ahead of the Atlanta Hawks, but not by much. Again, I think it's a little bit boring, but I see a little more detail. I see what they're trying to do, a little bit of a throwback, and I don't mind it either. I just think they could have done a bit more with the jersey. Next up, we have the Brooklyn Nets. It's another D tier, in my opinion. Again, with the Brooklyn Nets, unfortunately, I like how they did like the instead of like saying Brooklyn, they actually went with the BKLYN. I don't mind it, but I again, and I know it's hard with their logo and with their jerseys, but put a little bit more pizzazz, a little bit more color involved. Right now, it just kind of looks kind of bland and boring. So I'm gonna put it in a D tier right now. Next up, we have the Charlotte Hornets. I think is what it is. Is that what I'm right? CLT. What even? It's an F. What does CLT stand for? What Charlotte Hornets? What does CLT stand for? What does CLT stand for? Charlotte Hornets. They should be there should be an H in it. It should be CH. I don't know what you guys are doing with this. CLT does not make sense. It does not even look clean. I do not like the pinstripes on it. This is an F. It just doesn't make sense. Next up is the Chicago Bulls and another jersey that I do quite like. It's again a pretty basic one, but it's a pretty iconic one. You got the red like sides, and then you got the red big logos, and then you got the numbers being big. I don't mind it. It's quite boring, but I like it. Again, with those old jerseys, they're gonna go iconic, and it's quite nice. Is this? I think this is gonna be the Cleveland jerseys because land on it. That's what I'm gonna guess. These are pretty sick. I'm gonna put these in A tier. My first A tier. I think them going with the land instead of Cleveland. I think it's a cool touch. I like the gold. It quite pops off the logo more than like other gold. Sometimes you'll just get like a yellow that doesn't look good. But I don't mind this jersey at all. I think it looks pretty unique. A unique idea that actually I thought worked pretty well. Next up, we have the Dallas Mavericks. These are decent. They're B tier. They're decent. I wish they did. I think the font on the actual Dallas print could be a little bit neater, but I don't mind the colors. And when you got Luka on your team, the jersey is gonna always pop off. I don't mind it at all. I think it's a decent jersey. Next up is the Denver Nuggets. I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of the Denver Nuggets. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's a C tier. I get that they went back. Nah, it's still a B tier. I think that they went back with their old kind of like old logo route, but I wouldn't say it worked. I wouldn't say it didn't work. I just think that they could have done a little bit of a better job on that. I'm gonna put it in B tier. Next up, the Detroit Pistons. I don't like this one at all. This one might it's not F, but it's probably a strong D. It's a worse green than the Boston Celtics do have, and I don't like how the Detroit has like the three stars on it. Maybe it's an iconic thing. I don't really know much about that, but it's not my favorite. Next up, we have my Warriors, and this jersey, you either like it or you hate it. And not even me being biased, I love this jersey, and I will put an S because oh wait, shoot, I won't put an S because we still have I'll still think about it, but I think it is sick. The flower is a bit weird. I don't know why they went with the flower, but it pops off the logo. The yellow's nice and bright, and I like how it like almost fades through the jersey. I think it's sick. I don't think it's the best Warriors jersey, but I think the Warriors always do super, super well with their jerseys. Next up, we have the Houston Rockets. This is gonna be the first S tier. They went back to the old days with like Yao Ming and stuff like that. They went back with those old. They went back with Hakeem Olajuwon. It makes a lot of sense. I love these jerseys. When they used to have them, they were sick. Now that's their city. It's also sick. The white pinstripes. You got the red, and then you got that nice navy blue. It works very, very well together. It's a classic. You gotta love this jersey. Next up, we have the Pacers. I don't. This can be another F for me. I do not like this at all. You got the black, and then you have like the blue, but the blue's coming over the sides as well. I do not like this one at all. It looks very, very out of sync. It looks very, very not unique. It doesn't seem like it works too well. I gotta put that in an F. Next up, we have the Los Angeles Clippers. I mean, they did stuff with it, but it's probably still a C tier. I I I I guess they went back to like their Latin community, like they was what's it called, like praising them with this jersey. So that's a cool idea, but I don't really know much about this logo, and honestly, their other jerseys are just much better. Next up, we have the Lakers. Again, it's kind of similar to the Los Angeles Clippers. It's quite similar. It's just boring. I wish they did a bit more. Maybe they added a bit more gold. I just think that they could have done a lot more with this jersey, especially with how good the Lakers logo jerseys can be. Next up, we have the Memphis Grizzlies. I normally love a lot of this Memphis Grizzlies stuff, but I just don't really like it too much. I'm gonna put it in C tier. Again, it's pretty bland. Actually, it's probably a D tier. I just realized it's not even like a black. It's more like a dark brown, and I don't know if I vibe with that too much. Next up, we have the Miami. They always do so much on with their colors on the jerseys, and I can't tell if it's really really good or really really bad. I'm just gonna put it in C tier because they do too much. They need to calm it down. Some of the colors do work, and you have to keep it with those colors, but instead they're like trying to do way too much, in my opinion. Next up, we have the Milwaukee Bucks. It's a B tier. It's kind of similar to the Dallas. Oh, sorry. It's kind of similar. Where did I put it? It's kind of similar to the Dallas Mavericks. I just think they could have done a ton more with this jersey. And honestly, blue does not really suit the Bucks, in my opinion. Maybe they went back to an old like timey thing, but I think blue does not sort the Bucks. The Bucks are green. They're always going to be green. They're never going to be blue. I still don't mind the jersey. I just wish they did a little bit more and maybe added some different colors. Next up, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves. I don't know if I like it or not. It's quite colorful, but then it's weird because the color comes on the top and then at the bottom it's just white. I think it's a C tier. I, you could agree with me, and I wouldn't particularly mind that, but I don't know what else to say about this logo. It's quite. It looks weird, but it also kind of works. I don't know. Next up, we have the New Orleans Pelicans. I actually do not mind this one at all. It's a B tier, but it's a strong B. I actually don't mind this at all. Now, the colors at first, when you look at it, might look a little bit weird, but once you stare at this jersey more and more, you quite like the colors, and I think it works well with how it's meant to look, and I actually don't mind it at all. I think it works well. It's not going to go into A tier, but I think it's solid. Next up, we have the New York Knicks. I love these Knicks colors. I think it's a cool logo. Do I put it in A or B? I think I'll put it in B still. It's just nothing crazy to me. I do realize now that I need some more A and S's. There is some more coming that I think they're gonna get up there. But I don't mind the Knicks one at all. I like the colors. I think it pops off well, and I think it's not a bad jersey for sure. It's definitely above average. Next up, we have the Thunder. It's weird, but I almost like it. Like the light blue with the red and the white. I think it's a C tier, but I don't mind it. It's a decent C tier. I don't mind it. I just wish they did a bit more. The colors don't really. I don't think red really works with the jersey. Unfortunately, I don't think it really works well. Orlando, it's a D tier. It's not an F, but my God, actually, it is probably an F. This is the most boring jersey on this whole list. There literally is no color except for like the collar with the blue. That's about it. I get it, but I also don't get it. Like, come on, like, just add a little bit of that blue. I don't know what else, yeah, I'll say. Next up, we have the Phoenix Suns. I love this jersey, and I know it's quite boring, but I always love PDX actually makes sense. Like it doesn't really make sense when you think about it because there's no X, but PDX like Phoenix Suns, like it makes sense. I don't know why the D, but I also get it. I think it's like the capital. I don't know what it really resembles, but I actually quite like this one. Again, I don't know if I like the way that they use the colors, but I think the colors pop off very, very well, and I like that big font logos. I think it's sick. I'm gonna put it in A tier. Next up, we have what even is this? Whose is that? Hold up, whose is that? I don't know who that is. I'm trying to think of what other team. Is it the Pistons? This might be the Pistons. It looks like it could be the Pistons. If we haven't done the Pistons, I'm just gonna count as the Pistons. I I I'm looking through to see. I think that's the Pistons, right? It has to be the Pistons. There's two Suns one I realized as well. Unless, oh my God, this isn't even the Suns. This is the Portland Trailblazers. That makes a lot more sense. This isn't the Suns. The Suns are down there. That makes a lot more sense. I'm still putting an A. I'm just realizing what I did. I think this is the Pistons. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But it's quite boring. I'll put it in C tier for the Pistons. If it isn't the Pistons, I'm so sorry. Comment down below what one that is if I'm wrong or if I'm right about it. Next up, we have the Phoenix Suns, the actual Phoenix Suns. This one's actually the Portland Trailblazers. I actually do not mind this logo at all. This is going to be another A tier. It might go into S later. Again, I think Phoenix with their jerseys do a lot. Now, I wish there was a bit more orange, and I think it kind of overpowers with the blue, but I still don't mind the blue. I think it looks quite nice. Next up is the Sacramento Kings. I get another one that I actually don't mind. It's quite boring, but you have like the gray, but it's not like a boring gray. It has a bit more of a bright gray with the purple on the side. It works well again with the Sacramento Kings. That those are your colors, your purple and gray, and they did well. Next up, we have the Spurs one. This is another one. It's a hit or a miss, just like the Warriors. In my opinion, I love this jersey. It's another A tier. Again, I'll put probably 3 in S tier, but this one's for sure an A tier. I like the colors. I think it works well. I think these are kind of nice. I think these are definitely above average. Again, if you don't like a lot of things in your jersey, you're not going to like this. But for me, I like color, and I think this is sick. Next up, the Toronto Raptors. Another one where it's not a ton, but it does work. You got the gold, you got the brown, but it's not like a bad brown. It's a decent brown. Then you got like the gold. I actually do not mind this one at all. It's definitely a B tier. And next up with the Wizards, I'm not feeling this one too much. It's gonna go in D tier for me. It's just a little bit too much. Like it's more of a pinkish red, and I don't know if I like that with their jersey. I think it should have been a little bit more red involved. I don't know if I really vibe with that too much. And that's the end of my tier list. So we're gonna try to get 2 more in the S tier. I'm being biased. I'm putting the Warriors in that S tier. I think it's sick as well. And I'm also gonna put the Cleveland one in the S tier because I think that's such a cool design. So that's the end of my video. If you guys like the video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We are currently 188 subscribers by the time I'm recording this. We are 12 away from 200. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button if you like the content. And if you're new, please make sure to subscribe and turn those post notifications and that bell on to get notified whenever I upload. Please make sure to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed the video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace!